My friend and her mother are being scammed mercilessly. Need some advice, please.
Oh no.
Oh no. A friend and her mother are both being scammed, and it's been going on for several years. It's scary and terrible. First, the mother, she's 95 years old. Oh no. And a few years ago fell for a sweepstakes scam, supposedly Publishers Clearinghouse, and gave the scammers $40,000. I just learned to my utter astonishment and dismay that the mother is still in touch with her scammers. She has changed her cell phone number 3 times and somehow they still get her new number. Her daughter, my friend Sarah, says that it's like they're always one step ahead of her. The next step is for the mother to get a new landline number because she still has and uses a landline. I don't know why, but I hope that they will do this ASAP. By the way, this comes from Splendid Esme on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So just now, Sarah told me that this morning alone, one of 4 men who keep calling her called 30 times in succession, claiming to be from the FDIC and threatening her with jail. This man also mentioned Sarah's name to the mother, claiming that Sarah has been reporting her mother to the FDIC. Y'all, this is so complicated and so effed up. They're terrorizing and confusing this very sweet and trusting old lady. Sarah doesn't know what to do. Can this activity be reported to someone? They've tried local law enforcement and have been blown off. If she's capable of living alone and making her own decisions, then there's nothing we can do, she says. She's choosing her own free will to talk to these people. Does this type of harassment qualify as a crime? Would the FBI help? Meanwhile, Sarah is the victim of a very long romance scam, 4 years long.
Wait a minute.
Romance
How much money
scam?
we give up here?
Uh-oh. She's convinced that she's been having an online relationship with a famous musician and that he's going to leave his wife of 50 years and marry Sarah.
Time the F out. This happened to my mom's friend's mom.
Really?
No joke.
Did she write this story? Is her
She
name
said-
Esme?
Maybe, dude. Who Maybe.
No.
Maybe. I don't know, dude.
They've never met, never talked on the phone except once briefly at the very beginning. Never video chatted because his phone camera doesn't work, of course. Nothing but texts on Telegram. She's given this scammer money, probably a lot of money, maybe directly wiring it. Maybe via gift cards, maybe via Bitcoin, maybe all 3. I suspect so. The good news is that after months of my trying to just be a good, non-judgy listener and trying to give her facts about how and why she's obviously being scammed and let them sink in and never punishing her, she's maybe finally starting to realize that she's been acting like a cult member for the past 4 years. But she's still really in denial. Oh, this poor woman, she's in love with this famous singer. Apologies for the length of this post. So worried about the mother and Sarah, whose mental health is fragile at best at times. Do y'all have any ideas about what can be done for her mom? Not sure what the scam is called. It has to do with shipping precious possessions. My friend is the victim of a romance scam, which has been going on for more than 4.5 years. She believes that a famous rock musician is trying to divorce his evil wife, and that as soon as that gets cleared up, he will come live with my friend happily ever after. She's impervious to reason, logical argument, and expressions of alarm. She's given this person many, many thousands of dollars. Her own elderly mother is a victim of a Publishers Clearinghouse scam, also ongoing. The latest thing that's happened, and that I'm not sure what to call, is that the famous rock star is going to send my friend some of his most prized, precious possessions so that she can store them safely for him.
You just have to pay the shipping fee.
You just have to give me your address. Why he can't store them safely where he lives, either France or England, supposedly, but of course, more likely Port Arthur, Nigeria, or in his office, or with a trusted friend or associate, rather than sending them across the ocean to my friend, is unknown. I've begged her to please not agree to receive this supposed shipment because it's not real and she'll never see these precious possessions. But what will happen is that once they're sent, her famous rock star boyfriend or his agent or some such will contact her to say that there's been a delay and that she needs to pay a special tariff or fee or surcharge or whatever, and that this will happen multiple times, and each time he will pressure her into paying. Not sure what this scam is called. Has anyone else heard of it or experienced it? I can find many resources, online videos, etc. about different kinds of scams, but not this one specifically. I looked in the list of scams on this sub and didn't find a description of it, but may have missed it. I'd love to be able to send her links to the videos that describes this scam, because even though it feels hopeless, she's still my friend and I still hope somehow to get through to her, however unlikely that feels right now. And we do have a sad update.
Oh no.
Do we have any final thoughts before we jump into this supposed sad update?
These people seem hopeless. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Helpless. Like,
Yeah.
You can look up on Google what to do if I get scammed and follow those steps. Easy as that.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, my real advice, throw your phone and computer in the water.
Honestly, I think what you would need to do with the
learn how to block numbers.
Yeah. I think you need to block them for these people because they can't do it and they're just going to fall victim to it. Because, you know, older people usually don't have as much experience online with this kind of stuff. But you know what else old people are? Stubborn. So, and I mean that in the highest respect. It is true, you know, and so a lot of people are like set in their ways and they don't want to be told that their experiences are wrong because, you know, no one really wants that.
That is true.
Sometime back, I posted about my friend Sarah, who is the victim of a Facebook romance scam. It's now approaching 5 years that she's been giving money to her scammer, who she believes to be a member of a famous and influential rock band. It turns out that not only has she been wiring this criminal money, she's depleted an inheritance and the proceeds from a property sale and retirement funds, but she's also been sending electronics, smartphones, Apple Watches, iPads, as well as Steam and Razer Gold cards. In fact, her bank called her in for a meeting because, as her fiduciary, they were extremely concerned that she was overusing her debit card to the tune of $1,000 a week for those cards. She got mad and closed her account, which of course is not what the bank's goal was, and then for some reason opened a new account at a bank that's 30 miles from where she lives and has no local branches. Oh my God. Now her friends fear that she's going to sell the house that her ancient mother lives in. The house is in Sarah's name to get even more money to send. She adamantly refuses to listen to her friends, relatives, or even concerned physicians. We have tried everything, and I mean everything. She's thrown away in excess of $750K at this point and still says that she loves her baby. You know what?
Whoa.
Yeah, 750.
What?
That's a lot. Retirement fund, inheritance, she's throwing it away. And let me ask you, what is this rock boyfriend doing for you? Huh? What is he doing for you? You know what they should do? And this is like a real idea. They should see if this rock guy has a cameo and then get the cameo. No, actually, it'd be less money than what she's freaking spending on this guy. Ask him, please, she's being scammed and she thinks that she's dating you. Please clear things up.
Oh, I thought the scammers would find this out. Hire him.
No.
So this is what I was thinking.
Oh my God.
Scammers hire him.
No.
And then be like, babe, I love you so much. Da, 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 da.
I'm leaving my evil wife for you, babe. Just send me thousands and millions of dollars, and then we'll all be good. And then he just collects the $300 that he gets from that. It's a great idea, so it's up to you guys now.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is a person whom she's never video chatted with and has never even spoke to on the phone for 5 years. Dang, she's lonely. But you can always video chat with us, actually, on live on our YouTube channel and on TikTok and on Twitch and on Facebook every single weekday at 3 p.m. PST. We're not scammers.
Just tap her profile. Yeah. All we're going to take is your time, not your money.
Yeah. But anyway, there is more to this story. So let's jump into it. Unless you have more things to say before we go in.
Throw every device you have into a river.
Like at this point, people need to intervene.
Yep.
People actually need to intervene. There's no like nice talking to it anymore.
Agreed.
But there is more to this story. It's hard to watch and there's nothing left to do. There's no moral to this sad story except perhaps intervene as soon as humanly possible. That's what I'm saying. When this kind of thing starts happening with your loved ones. I didn't find out about my friend until more than 2 years after she got hooked. At that point, she'd pretty much been completely psychologically overtaken. And that is the end of the story. OP, if you see this, please look for a cameo from this guy. Honestly, I think that would work. If she sees this man talking and is like, hey, what the heck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she could send it to the scammer and he'd be like, no, baby, I still love you. And then she'd be like, well, what, you know?
What is this? Explain this.
You just told me you have a wife and you're still staying together? Like, oh man.
That's a great idea.
That's what I'm saying.
So go search cameo.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I still need to update my hacker stories of that. Not really hacker, but like my possible scam story to Reddit.
You have one?
Do you remember where they texted my mom?
Yeah. That's scary.
They texted my mom with a problem that I had, and I was only texting people over like Instagram, and I texted you over Instagram.
An email.
An email. And I emailed my mom too, but they texted my mom using words that I only used for you on Instagram, saying like, help, my phone is broken. Text me at this number instead. Anyway, but that's the end of that story. So let's get into this next one.
Let's go.